All right.
Excellent. It begins.
For your
Yummy.
friends?
Impressive.
Mm.
Oh, shit.
Going first? Like, why should we have to? I think everybody should know who we are by now because we've done like how many recordings before this one?
Yeah, but this is the new campaign.
This is true.
Mm.
Just say your name, who you are, what your favorite cake flavor is. Come on.
You can
Let
do
you,
it.
let you go, Jim. Let you go first.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name's Jim. I'm a wacky cowboy bounty hunter who's blind. My favorite cake flavor is chocolate. And now Pearl goes.
Hello. My name is Pearl. I'm a tiefling woman, and my favorite cake flavor is lemon coconut.
Is it our favorite, as in the player, or the
Character.
character's favorite?
Character.
Stand by my answer.
Because my name is Spice, and I'm I'm a gnome person, not a human. And her favorite's probably Black Forest cake
Mm.
with some cherries on it.
I believe so.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Mhm.
I'm Victor. I'm a elvish fighter, and Victor enjoys a nice, rich cheesecake.
Okay. I'm Milton. I am the team doctor, and the cake is a lie.
Sus.
Mhm.
I had to.
I guess.
I didn't go first.
Yeah, because he passed the buck on to me. Him. You were too busy closing your door.
hmm
What's punishment? Okay.
Be a cake. There'll be a giant cake monster,
Yeah.
and it targets Milton.
Mm.
Or a giant sassy robot that makes you do experiments.
I just realized my voice was muted.
Hmm.
I was looking over the audio mixer and I'm like, that particular bar isn't supposed to be gray.
Well, that's kind of weird considering that, we were able to hear you.
Well, no, I didn't.
For the recording.
Yeah, it's for the recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, since you hear me through Discord and not OBS, you're fine.
Well, Dungeon Mistress, would you like to introduce yourself since you've been muted?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
How long have you been muted though? Was it this whole time when you were telling everybody your darkest secrets?
I wasn't darkest secrets. I just have like a loose, like introductory little thing that I read off, just so I don't have to try to remind myself. Uh, okay, so, hello. Uh, this time actually
Maybe it would be worth it to restart.
maybe it'd be worth it that we just keep it in so there's less editing and work later. Hi, welcome to
What?
The Pale. You hush, Jim. You're blind. You don't get a say. This
Do
is
we have to introduce ourselves again?
no, you're all good. This is all staying in. This is how professional I am. So I
Wow.
can at least go back and say, hey, we did it all in one go, and I'm not wrong.
One take.
One take, exactly.
One take is all it takes.
But yeah, this is a homebrew game based off of or working off of D&D's updated 2024 rules. Uh, as we kind of continue to build up the story, uh, I do want to set up this world, this setting, to also be played using a few different other rule sets. Maybe we'll dip our toes in Pathfinder. Maybe I'll reach over and learn Call of Cthulhu. You know, or maybe Candela Obscura. I think just recently, Critical Role even announced their Daggerheart is going to be officially released in, I think, May. It's soonish, but yeah. So hey, that could be something we could look into. Oh, and if anyone else wants to take the role of game master or dungeon master, that's something that could happen in the future. If anyone's got a cool idea and want to give me a little break, just so I can as the player point and scream how you're running my world wrong, then rage quit and never do this again. No, it's I'm joking. But for
I
now,
swear.
I swear, it's a joke. It's just a joke. But for now, we have this little adventure. Who knows how long it'll last before I kill all your characters. But that being said, uh, we are going to go back to the settlement of Ravenhold.
Wait.
What?
We need to know your favorite cake.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Skipping over.
Hmm.
Thought you could get away, huh?
Well, no, wait. Everyone was doing their favorite cake in character, so I
Mm-hmm.
would probably which NPC would you like to know favorite cake of? If I could, if
John, since he's staying with us.
okay, I think John's favorite cake. Hmm. Death by chocolate.
Mm.
I think that's more of an
Yeah.
ice cream, but in this world, it's also a cake. It's like
Good choice.
yeah,
Ooh,
it's like
I
heavy
would
dark chocolate, sort of.
I would kill for some black tie moose cake.
You
What
would
did you just call me?
what did you just call Jim? Did you call Jim a moose?
Moose?
Never had black tie moose cake?
No, I'm sorry. Some of us aren't as fancy as you are.
I have it in pie form.
It is amazing.
Suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
You're very suspicious. I'm sorry. But with that being said, we will go back to Ravenhold. We return to the. Got my notes. That's where I got my notes. Oh yeah, we returned to the Raven and the Wolf Tavern and Inn. Something that, or an establishment that helps bring in a little, a very light degree of tourism to Slate Shore. Something that's very much built up and very much with the idea of foreigners in mind to help them acclimate to the more chill weather here. Who wakes up first? I must ask.
John.
Do you want to roll?
For some reason, John wakes up first.
Oh, is
That
that
is that is a good question. Do you want to roll a dice to see who wakes up first?
I guess Victor would, because he's an elf. They have that
That is, yep.
sleep thing.
Is it like what, 4 hours of sleep that you only need?
I think it's like 6, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, because of how half races are kind of handled in the updated 24 rules, you technically take more from either one of your parents, which I believe.
Yeah.
So it would be 4 hours of meditation.
Mm,
You don't actually sleep.
that's true, yeah.
Yeah, in the technical sense. But I could also say that there might have been some times where you have slipped into a more dreamlike state and maybe even experienced a dream due to your halfness. I have a weird feeling that the Discord audio is also picking up the background music. Give me just a moment. I'm going to pause the music, see if it changes anything.
There's music playing.
There was?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, through D20.
I wasn't hearing anything.
It was pretty low. I was told that the music might have been overshadowing someone's voice at one point. It is also picking up... Oh, what the hell? Why are you like this?
Because.
Because I would really hope that there is no, like, double... Wait a minute. It just says default. What the hell? It's not... Okay, no. Oh my goodness, okay. I think at some point when it updated, it took away...
I'm on my way to go pick up the Wingstop. I got the card.
They got the card.
I'm glad you're on your way to get the wings stop.
Yeah, get me a dozen.
It's.
Jeez.
I had my hand around the mic. I was hoping
Nope.
that would help. Guess not.
Nope, you are not safe from the
Police.
from the police and from technology.
And now you owe all of us wings.
I think
Okay.
Victor should go first, waking up first. I think someone suggested that would be good.
Okay, so I think I figured out a solution. If it's supposed to be picking up the music, we'll just tie it in with all with your voices as well, and I think I can still juggle the the sounds and make sure that no one's being overshadowed by the background music. It'll be fine.
Nothing could overshadow you, Vivi.
I know. I'm just too good.
Exactly.
Okay, so Victor,
Hmm.
you awake fairly early in the morning. Uh, one of the don't know how I forgot to mention it last time, but uh, one of the features of this settlement, something that you definitely you and anyone else who would have been here, like no role required, would have noticed. Uh, Along the sides of most of the main roads, uh, there is a slight, almost like a mound, a raised portion of the road on the side that is that looks like it has been covered over with planks of wood, uh, specially cut and sanded down to not cause anyone to trip on their day to day. But there is a sort of looks like something extra that has been like installed that snakes through Ravenhold, and you would have noticed, at least in passing, uh, that this little, almost an just under the surface sort of installation snakes around, and you would have noticed coming up to uh, the Raven and the Wolf Tavern and Inn, uh, an old, almost like not sure if it was like hammer forged or maybe at one point it was die cast, but an old looking pipe would have kind of jutted itself up out of the ground at the end of one of these wooden like little mounds, and like uh, would have snaked its way into the building. And below each floor, and at very certain points in certain corners, you see these same pipes kind of poking out. Uh, Something that is very typical in Slate Shore because of the climate here. Uh, like most other buildings here would have like these central like fire pits, things to keep buildings and longhouses and other places warm. Most of the buildings here in Ravenhold, not all, but most, uh, don't have these like warming fire pits. There seems to be some sort of like external like heating that is brought to most of the buildings here in Ravenhold through these pipes.
Okay.
This is a reference to something, and I'm more than certain that you know what it is. But uh,
I think so.
yeah, yeah,
Alright, so I'm. Oh, sorry.
oh yeah. Sorry, but yeah, uh, like you would definitely feel a very gentle warmth, at least coming from underneath the floorboards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm up, as you said, pretty early in the morning. Um, just to recap, it's me and Jim in one room, Pearl and Spice in another, and then I believe Milton's all on his own.
Yep.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Victor is going to quietly leave the room as to not wake Jim. He's sleeping.
Mhm.
And he's gonna walk down and very carefully try the knob on Milton's door to see if it's locked.
Ooh, ooh. Milton,
Yeah.
would you have locked your door before turning in for the night?
Yeah. I would.
Hmm. Shame.
Hmm.
Alright, if you're trying to be kind of quiet and sneaky about it, go ahead, roll a stealth check as you try the knob.
Alright. So, okay, this is gonna roll with disadvantage, but I don't have it because I'm not wearing my armor.
Okay. So an 11.
Mm.
So there's a 12.
There we go. What was your... Oh, you were very quiet all of a sudden. What was
Oh,
your
sorry.
passive perception?
It says it's a 12.
12? Would it be any different because you're asleep, I wonder? Hmm. Well,
I mean, would this trigger my danger sense?
uh, mm, I wouldn't say it would trigger your danger sense, but I will say you do hear. I wouldn't say it. You do get a little roused from your sleep, not in a sense of oh god someone's breaking down the door, but it's like you hear a little something in the room, and your brain is like that doesn't seem right, but it's not an alert. If that makes sense.
Okay. Alright. He is going to slowly get up. And reach for his little concealed gun and just slowly walk towards the door and ask who's there and with his gun behind his back.
Oh, sorry, wrong room. And then
Okay.
Victor's gonna go back to his room.
All right. Get a little jostle early in the morning, Milton.
I'm
It seems
awake
as
now,
if.
so I'm gonna get dressed, go downstairs, and have some breakfast.
All right. I'll say it doesn't interrupt your long rest, so even though you might feel a little tired and a little groggy, you'll still have the effects of a long rest. As long as you don't start like a morning bar fight. You take your time,
Should be
get
okay.
yourself dressed. You come downstairs to the main room. You see, obviously, there's not very many people down here this early in the morning. But you do see, looks like a small group of rhyme elves. This is not rhyme as in, like in song, but rhyme as in R-I-M-E, as in like a hoarfrost, ice. These
Okay.
particular elves.
Kind of hoping they were like rappers or something. The way that you were talking.
Nope. Sorry. Uh, no. These very pale elves, very similar to wood elves that you get a little farther down south, but these elves are a lot more uh, uh, are a lot more used to the cold. Their pale skins, their pale, like almost with a very slight shade of blue to their skin. Uh, they too seem to have awoken pretty early and are getting some breakfast.
Okay.
They seem to be just getting ready for the day and don't pay you any mind. Seeing you up, uh, uh, Brynhild, the bartender and the tavern keep, still kind of waking up herself, uh, quickly like brings you over some some eggs, some a hot cereal, and a cup of seems to be stale coffee. Uh, Coffee is very certainly not something that is grown locally up here, so it seems like she might have had it imported from a longer distance away.
Fine.
But yeah, the food that you had already paid extra for, more than happy to serve. While you're down here, Victor, you're up. Did you go back to your room, or did you also go downstairs?
I would go back to my room and get dressed properly and grab my stuff. But yeah, I'd probably make my way downstairs.
Okay. Well, that being said, since you're both kind of do the same thing, I would say, Victor, you come downstairs and you see uh, Milton being served some breakfast, uh, like almost immediately.
Alright. Well, he'd make his way over. Well, morning. Milton, was it?
Mm-hmm. You must be Victor, as he's just calmly sipping his coffee.
So, you want to tell me a little bit more about this job you guys are doing?
I
What
don't
am I
even
getting
know.
myself into?
Well, mostly it's a glorified babysitting position.
Alright.
That is something that I have had to deal with this whole time.
So y'all are bodyguards?
For the most part, we just kind of do more escorting than anything. Making sure people get from A to B.
As long as the guy gets there on this escort.
Alright, well, sounds simple enough.
Oh yeah, should be. What did you used to do before you decided to tag along with us?
Oh, a few different things. Not too much unlike yourself. Bodyguard and contracts. You know.
Apologies.
You're good.
You would?
That was that before or after the armed conflicts up here?
Mostly after.
I see.
And you? How long you been with the emissaries?
Feels like it's been a couple months, but I ended up here because they needed the services of a physician, so didn't think I'd be back here anytime soon, that's for certain.
Yeah. What were you doing last time you were in Slate Shore?
Oh, I'd say about the same thing you were doing.
Hmm. It's funny how that works out, huh?
Tell me about it. I normally like to, play with my cards a little close to my chest.
I can see that. Keeps you alive.
So I think as long as we have this understanding, we don't talk about it in front of the others, we'll be just fine.
Mm.
I can work with that.
Joe me for some coffee.
Yeah, I'll have a cup as well.
Very soon after, as you sit down and have your discussion, Brynhild also comes over with some fresh-made breakfast foods and drink. Good old strong coffee.
Well, to new beginnings.
Damn it.
New beginnings.
After that,
Why do I feel like Pearl is so sad she's not here?
Something else. Spice and Pearl are having a girl talk in the room.
well, with that being said, Jim,
Yes? Hello?
hi. I'm sorry to do this to you, Jim. Could you do a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh, God, no.
Crap.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. How wise are you, Jim?
Pretty wise.
Not bad. It's just a natural 20, isn't it? Because you have no modifiers. Very nice. Maybe it's because you're so far away from the dry heat of the Brayern frontier. Maybe it's the gentle sounds of the ocean outside, the chill, the small bite in the air. You feel like you're in a better place at the moment. And you sleep pretty well. Though there is an as comfortable as you are, sleeping soundly and waking up to the smell of food being cooked and coffee being prepared. Still a little nugget, a little something deep inside you. Just serves as an ever-present reminder.
Of how cool I am.
Exactly. An eternal reminder of how cool you are.
Mm-hmm.
You say, coping. But yeah, you wake to the smell of uh of uh of coffee kind of wafting up from below. From the
Delicious.
Do you also get dressed and make your way down? Do you skip getting dressed and go straight for the coffee?
Oh, well,
Do you find a window to jump out of on the second floor in order to get to the coffee even
no,
faster?
no windows. I have low. Well, because I was just sleeping, does that mean that I get hit points back? Because I only have 9 hit points.
Yeah, yeah. Long rest. You are fully healed.
Oh, great.
Anything that you have used, you didn't fight or anything. How do you only have 9 hit points?
I don't know. Maybe it's been this way for a while.
But oh well. Yeah, because we did use the new sheets during the fight that didn't
Oh,
happen.
wait, if I pressed long rest, what does that do?
It should reset the sheet, so you should have everything back if you hit
Recover
long rest.
dawn-based resources at this rest.
Yeah, it if the sheet is set up right, like anything that takes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to see what it does. I didn't know this was... Alright, this is neat. Anyhoozles.
Yeah.
Now that I'm awake, I will unfortunately get dressed and go and grab coffee. Meet up with the boys downstairs. I will notice that Victor is gone. And I will be poozled.
Can you really notice someone's not there if you can't see?
I have senses, Milton. Don't you test me.
They smelled that Victor was gone.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, when your sight is
I
gone,
patted his bed to wake him up, but he didn't get up. Must be dead.
must have died and his body turned to ash and flew away.
Yeah. Classic logic.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. You, using your keen ears, you definitely hear the very light chatter between Milton and Victor, so you know exactly which table to go to.
I will walk up right when they're finishing up their conversation and go, "Morning, boys. How have the birds treated you?"
The birds?
Well, I hope they don't have the flu.
Oh, topical.
You see one of the rhyme elves just kind of look over at that horrible pun, just shake their head and go back to their own business.
Good. I am glad.
Well, take a seat, Jim.
Thank you.
Just getting a little bit more acquainted with the group you all have here.
You get good sleep? You and
Oh.
I were bunk buddies.
Yes. You, anyone ever tell you snore?
Always. Milton
Ah.
loves it.
Just rolls his eyes.
Strangely enough, you could hear that.
He's in love with me.
Uh-huh. Well, Milton was telling me he's the, I guess, resident doctor for y'all. What do you bring to the table?
I'm blind.
I'm still amazed at that, but
Me too.
Honestly,
Old
it's a wonder
days.
he's lived this long, to be honest.
It's because I've got such great teammates around me.
yeah.
When I get battered up, they always heal me back up. It's a wonderful thing. But what I bring to the table is chaos. Pure chaos. And I happen to shoot a gun pretty well sometimes.
Okay. you one of them magic types?
No, rogue,
Oh,
sharpshooter,
I see. Well, good to have one of those around.
expressive. Yes,
Mhm.
I agree.
How do you do that with the whole? He's gonna like wave his hand in front of his face, bandage and everything.
It's a feeling.
Ah, well,
Shoots on vibes.
Yeah,
well,
chat's usually the one that tells me what to do. I trust in chat.
uh-huh. Well, I'll be keen to see you in action, because don't think I've ever met blind sharpshooter.
Yeah, chat is too. They're always stoked about these days with these yahoos. And then I like push into Milton.
No
Now
response.
Jovially.
was chat this your previous companion?
No, they're like always around talking.
Uh,
You'll have to meet them sometime. They're pretty funny. Occasionally.
yeah, I think I've met a few guys who had those voices too. Not quite the same as you though.
Pretty wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, at the moment, it is unfortunate that it seems as if Spice might have come down with something. But I'd say it would be about this time that uh, how did I lose names? Pearl,
Yes.
Pearl, it's you.
Yes.
You wake up
Uh,
as well.
Spice. I'm assuming Spice is just going to be in the bed for a bit. Maybe they're sleeping in. Uh, so
Spice
she's
is just
going.
gonna be like, go on without me. I'm
You look.
dying.
You look really pale. I don't know if I should leave you. Look like you almost look green. I
Oh, this is normal for gnomes. It's fine.
Oh,
so
the
many
pain.
so many questions. I mean, do God damn it. All right.
Just
Well,
Mr. Victor joins us. I have good vibes.
okay, I'll tell him that you have really great vibes and you're just a ray of sunshine, but you sick right now. I
Exactly.
do you want me to bring you up some food later on? Maybe when you feel a little bit better?
I'll go down for food. It'll probably be good to get fresh air eventually.
Okay. Don't die while we're down there. Please.
I'll try not to.
Okay. All right. She's just gonna slowly walking out. She's saying like, "All right, I'm going now." Just pauses to stare at Spice.
Don't let Victor leave.
Kind
Let
of
Victor take him away with this staring.
sad. He will not take anyone away from this group. I guarantee you. And she's just slowly just walking out the door and just like, you're like, "I love you," and then
Me too.
okay, bye. Closes the door and goes down. Yeah. She'll she'll join up with the group and just say, Spice is not feeling very well. Uh so we'll later check on her if she doesn't come down. Maybe bring up some food or something. Or have them bring up a tea.
Yeah, she did have quite a lot to drink last night. It was,
She
You
said
must be
it
eating raw meat.
She says it's a gnome thing, but I think it's just like you said, maybe she just ate something bad.
Gnomes love raw meat.
Mm. But yeah. So you're gonna go see John today. Pearl uses her tail to pull a cup of coffee towards her. The guy to give us a mission,
Oh,
so we can get paid.
right.
Yes.
Segment.
Mysterious John.
Mm. Everyone sleep okay?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Quite nice rooms they have here. You don't usually get this out this far up.
Slept okay.
Mm.
Because I wasn't in the room with him sleeping.
Oh, that's. I thought something was off. He looked a little green since you weren't there with him, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't mean to drive a wedge between you two.
Okay, if I remember correctly, he didn't want me there.
Ouch.
Sometimes we all need a little break.
Mm.
More than others.
Says you.
After a little bit of chatter, some early morning sustenance, and a little heartbreak, the day is yours. You do have roughly a week worth of sauna and any other little, just general relaxation if you so need.
What time? Were we given a specific time of when to meet this guy, or is it just whenever within a week?
Are you talking about your contact, John?
Yes. Yes.
So he joined you as almost like a liaison, like a contact, up here to Ravenhold. Uh, yeah, you were all basically given like the week of
Oh, okay.
yeah, like you're up here like the primary idea was like you're just gonna come up here, relax, and as a little reward for a job well done. If you want to talk to him, you know where he is. He is on the Stalwart Gauntlet, the sailing ship that brought you up here from Arkhaven. But there is no particular job that's actually ready that you are here to do.
Okay, so this week is more of like a downtime for us.
Yeah.
How long did it take did we have to have was it 2 weeks of downtime and then we got to do, like, we're able to get like some feed? Or
It's 2 weeks of downtime in a
okay.
particular place.
Okay.
It's like in a place that would be helpful to learning like a new feat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so Pearl's gonna chip up. Like, I've never been to Ravenhold, so I don't know what other than the sauna what's really around here. Maybe we could just kind of walk around the city, get a feel for the place or something. I would like to know where there's like a magic shop or like a herbalist supply shop, just in case.
Okay. Do you want to ask for directions? For questions? Brynhild is here, and
I guess Pearl will just kind of ask her, like, so, like, what's other than a sauna, like, what's around here for people that have never been to Ravenhold before, like some nice touring places, and like these particular shops. And she'll mention a magic shop and herbalist shop.
Ah, yes. Give me just a moment. I'm bringing up my world notes. Some notes on the world, just so I can give you some nice information about the world. More specifically, Ravenhold. Ah, yes. Well, usually people like to stay here with a nice, warm comforts of home. We do have the mercantile ward up along the docks, a bunch of different little shops and around, but I can't say that we really have a magic shop around here. Usually anything magical is might be brought back in from hunters from the Hunters Guild or any of the Falcons. But
Hunters Guild?
yes, right on the outskirts of the town, in the outer ward, uh, there is one of the larger, older longhouses holds the Hunters Guild. And if I remember correctly, they might be looking for some help.
Oh,
Yes, usually the beginning of the bloom season, they get the make absolutely sure I get it right. They get the Ingvild feast hall like ready for big celebration, a big feast for surviving the winter.
okay.
Though with the had a little hiccup with Hearth, but
What was the hiccup?
um, have you seen the Hearth?
No.
Ah, well, I would say that's another good tourist site. Um, it's very old, but very functional, uh, large metallic structure uh, in the central ward. Actually, it's if you go down the road and take a few turns, you'd be able to see it. It's not too far of a walk from here, to be honest. But the hearth is what keeps us warm during the winters and the storm season. Uh, there was a couple of weeks where things got a little chilly, but it warmed right back up, so we had no problems. If
So it
you
wasn't.
and the kind of she kind of like points up at the like this really old like uh, hammer forged pipe that kind of juts in from the wall and turns and goes into a different wall. Those were actually installed like what, 120 years ago. Some people there was a little bit of a schism of it. Some people were like, "Oh no, we don't want technology here," but then other people say, "Well, it's not really technology like you see in some of the more southern regions. Keeps us warm and let's kind of frees us up to do other things with our time, rather than
I know.
yeah. Go ahead.
No, and like it was shut down for a little bit.
We don't know exactly. Once things started to get little, well, unexpectedly chilly, they did have a few of the guardians come out, patrol, and give word that there was not a problem, that it was just a small, I guess you would call it a hiccup. Nothing to worry about, and sure enough, not but half a week later, warmth came coming through again.
Okay. Well, I think she's gonna look at the rest of the group, checking out the Hunter's Guild to see what kind of jobs that they would have for pay would be a good idea to do.
Yeah. I got a little business, I believe, with Hunter's Guild as well.
Yes.
When?
I'm sure you'll want to talk to Runa. She is
Runa.
the head of the Hunters Guild.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Yes, of course. Oh, and also, if you're also looking for other places to look around, I would also suggest, though they're very particular about foreigners and where you go, but the religious ward is also a very interesting place to go. Do any of you follow the primordial faith?
Doesn't Pearl follow the crow?
That's up to you. I think so.
I think so, because she's got a band of the crow's feet around her arm. I think we said the crow was one because we were talking about her druid
Yeah.
kind of place. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I follow the crow, the primordial one, the crow one.
Primordial Crow. It's very nice. There's actually a shrine up there if you so wish to visit.
Oh, her like her eyes get wide and she smiles like definitely. Maybe before, well, maybe after we hit the Hunter's Guild then, or before. But where would that one be?
Trust me. You just follow the main road, go over to the religious ward, and they've got plenty of different shrines to the different primordial animals. It'd be
Excellent.
hard to miss.
Okay. No, that's great. I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, and if any of you are followers of the revered duality, it's a newer little church room that's closer to the edge. Not a lot of followers of the revered duality here, but there's also no animosity between the different faiths. And there's Disco. Praising.
All right. So, do we want, I guess, like, the game plan, should go to Hunter's Guild, see what kind of jobs they have, and then I would like to go to the religious ward afterward to check out the shrine.
All right.
Okay. Pearl, before they leave, Pearl's gonna go check on Spice again and let her know, like, they're gonna be going to the plan, and if she's up for it, if not, then they will be back later.
Take care of Victor. Don't let Victor leave.
she
Be right
yeah,
back.
she nods and
Sorry.
she nods and then when she comes down, she's gonna look at Victor. Is like, okay, according to Spice, you are not to leave this group. Got it?
Yeah, she seemed very adamant about that
She
when we were
will
talking.
hunt you down if you leave.
He scares
Little people can be the most scariest.
Well, so far it seems like a good gig. But let's go see what the hunters have for us.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back.
We're going to the Hunter's Guild.
Woo! Hunter's Guild. All right. as you begin to make your way out of the tavern, down the main streets, see there is a light bit of snowfall. But as the barkeep kind of mentioned before, with these very old pipes, the little wooden mounds that kind of snake across, or not across, but aside the main roads, the cobblestone roads. You do see that any of the snow that does fall quickly melts around those little wooden mounds. It seems as if the pipes that they've created, like 100 so years ago, don't quite hold heat very efficiently. Disco, please. I opened the door because he wouldn't stop screaming, and now he's in here. He's like desperately trying to get on my lap.
He wants to roll dice.
I'm sure
Let me roll.
you do, Disco. But yeah, as you make your way out towards the Disco, are you okay? Goodness me, I think he has hiccups.
Oh.
Yeah, as you kind of make your way out, you get to the edge of the Ravenhold. Some tall wooden walls help hold a barrier between the outside nature and the settlement on the inside. Some guardians just acknowledge you and open up the gates, allowing you free exit without a without another word. You make your way out, passing by what seems to be some scatterings of different farms out here, equipped with various grains being grown and a few different livestock animals, some larger goats and such. Eventually, though, you kind of follow some old wooden signs and takes you to another longhouse with a little bit of smoke coming out the top. You can probably tell that the pipes that come from the hearth do not reach out here, and that they have their own fires and most self-sustaining way to keep itself warm. As you approach and make your way into this large building, you see that there is a clad in heavy leathers and white furs, very much of a camouflagey sort of setup. A taller woman that has a dark, almost like a raisin-shaped birthmark on her cheek and jaw, speaking to what seems to be a couple of other hunters. One human and another rhyme elf. Their conversation quickly hushes as you walk in, as the woman turns to you and says, yes, welcome. What business are you here for?
We're here to seek jobs. We heard that there you guys might have some sort of job and Runa, the head of the Hunters Guild.
Yes, that is I.
Oh. Well, is
Said
there
you're
any?
looking for jobs.
Yeah.
Kind of looking over the group. Hmm. It's not. I don't know if we really have anything for those from the south. How good are you at hunting?
Good.
Say we're pretty good at it.
And we're very great at fighting.
Right. Kind of looking over each one of you a little incredulously, except for Victor, seeing that you are actually wearing like proper warm clothes, like that cloak that you purchased. Kind of nods towards you with a little more regard. Well, there is a big feast that we're getting ready for. We need to bring in a certain animal for tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Though I would,
Tasty treat.
yes, well, with the appropriate spices and such, be very tasty.
You're not eating spice. He's sick.
Kind of tilts her head to the side, a little confused.
we have a companion. Her name is Spice, but she's not feeling quite well
You
right
should know
now.
that, Brunhilde.
I'm not Brunhilde. I'm Runa.
Brewhilde. Sorry.
I don't know if you're really.
Trust me, we can do the job.
Uh-huh. And how much hunting experience do each of you have?
I mean, I lived in the forest, so I kind of have some hunting experience, tracking down food and stuff.
I used to snare rabbits in the forest behind my town.
Mm-hmm. And
Know my way around the woods, though.
and what of the blind man?
And I'm blind.
He's really good with his gun.
Kind of raises her eyebrows.
Milton's just rubbing his eyes this whole time. Like, this is going so poorly.
Mm-hmm. And something
poorly.
tells me that you've never, kind of pointing, kind of nodding towards Milton, and something's telling me that you've never, fancy clothes as yours, never gone hunting in your life.
Oh, I've hunted before. Just not for sport.
Uh-huh.
Hunted the most dangerous game. Man.
Oh, I thought it was going to be dragons.
Mm.
Oh, dragons have been extinct for quite a while. Anyways.
That would have been quite a feat.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Well. Guess it wouldn't hurt if you're so eager. Though I would highly suggest you get some better clothes. What you have might keep you warm while you're here in the Ravenhold, but once you're out there trudging through the snow, the ice, trying to keep yourselves down and quiet, try not to scare away your quarry, might be more of a hassle than anything. If anything,
Well, I know.
you might be able to drive some of the animals to our hunters.
This
And-
thing that we're hunting, are you wanting us to use a bow and arrow or firearms? How are you wanting us to...
I would strongly suggest you do not use your firearms up here. Loud noises can drive away any sort of animal miles away, and closer to the peaks, anything particularly loud might cause for an avalanche.
Right. Okay.
Yes, I suppose it would take a little more tact than a firearm or gun or whatever you call it would provide.
No guns? You want us to hunt something but not shoot it?
If anything, I can cast entanglement, hold it down. We have options. We got ways to do this. I
I'm
believe in us.
useless.
No, you're not. You're good.
We'll get you
have
set
it.
up with a bow.
You got a dagger, Jim. You can. I'm pretty sure you have. You should have some daggers. If not, I have some you can take.
I'll handle it.
Exactly. You got this.
Well, if you're so eager to help us out, if you do somehow manage to slay the creature, we'll be handsomely rewarded for it. And even if you didn't, well, there's a little consolation. At least you helped. Prize. You get a nice little gold sticker that said you tried.
Participation trophy.
What does this creature look like?
Do you have elks down south?
Did she have elks in Mayflower Grove or around there?
Go ahead, roll a d20. We'll make it a 50-50.
Okay.
11 or higher, yes.
All right.
Disco.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had seen some elves from where I'm from.
Oh. Well, what we're going to be hunting down is a tread elk. Or a blinding elk, some folks may call it.
Why is it called that?
Oh. Its antlers have a certain type of growth on them that make them very reflective. Have you ever experienced snow blindness before?
Yep. I know.
Yes, very. It makes them a bit more difficult to hunt, especially when it's harder to see them. Though, I guess you would have some sort of advantage, blind man. In that regard.
Suppose you were right.
So you were the perfect group for the job.
Well, maybe not perfect, but maybe
Says you.
sufficient.
Yeah, if only we had Spice here.
Speaking of, if she was really that sick, maybe you should have let me, take a look at her before we left her.
I mean, we were gonna go back. I don't want to start like the mission without her. So when we come back, we'll check on her again. Hopefully, she's feeling better.
It's a dwarf thing. You wouldn't understand.
So, is there anything else that we should know about this elk that would give us an advantage, or
Well,
have to kind of be aware of for the creature?
Well, she said snow blindness, so I think I know what we need.
Okay, so then like any advantage, or kind of like helpful stuff that would, in particular.
oh yeah. Don't make any noise. Don't attract any other predators. Don't.
Other than the obvious.
Oh, I mean, if you know the basics of hunting,
We
shouldn't
need to
be a
cover our
problem.
scent.
Agreed.
Cover ourselves in mud.
Okay.
We get the gist of what we need. If we
Get
bag
naked,
it, how much
cover
are
ourselves
we
in
gonna
mud.
make?
Well, you'll have a free seat at the feast hall, being the ones who bring in the food. Let
Is
me.
there-
Oh, just a moment.
Oh.
Trying to see if I can.
Oh no, we lost her.
Hello?
Mhm.
She says she's gonna be back in 20 to see if the medication kicks in.
Oh.
Fair.
Spice.
I mean, do we want to go ahead and take like our 15-minute bathroom break?
Ooh, yeah, we could do that. Is everyone okay for a quick bathroom break?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, gives me a chance to go and cook a little bit.
Yeah.
Some food, so I'm not starving.
I'll say that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, while we do the quick break, I'll also like try to figure out a good reward for you. Disco, please, for the love of God.
He
Maybe I can
loves you.
put down Disco. You know, for a nap.
What if we were hunting Disco? We just hear little yips out in the.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't even need to hunt. You would just be like, "Here, Disco," and he'd just run right to you.
Agreed. He has no self-preservation instincts. But yeah, let's go ahead and take our break. I'll go ahead and pause recording.
Um, w-
Chat, where did
we
we leave off?
we just
Oh,
got the information
we
about
took
what
the
we're
job to kill
hunting.
the L.
Yeah,
Now we have to go buy supplies to do so.
Spice is gonna be on in 5, and a little bit better.
Oh, as nice as that sounds, how much are we gonna get for this?
Each or total? Okay.
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 I have
50 or
changed mine
15?
too.
50. Okay. Well, we can go get some supplies. Probably check on Spice. Let her know. And
Yeah, I'll go check on Spice and meet you guys up at the general store.
Do y'all have
okay.
a map, a general map of the region? Be helpful for us newcomers.
Hmm.
You act like you've never been here before, man. Come on.
Yeah, but just something with significant landmarks in case we get turned around out there. Find our way back to the town. Rat.
Rats. You're
I was muted again.
Oh,
Don't know.
Strew it. We're still going.
strew it.
Strew it. Stew it. Yes. She, 50 gold each for completing a little hunt. She draws out like a map, points out like specific like rock formations, mountain tops, lakes, rivers, all of the like the major like landmarks to make sure you don't get lost. All right, and I follow the river up this way. There'll be an old road, and we believe the elk should be, the tread elk, should be in this area.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
All right, let's go get us a spice and some supplies. Supplies.
Spice plies. Time to jump through
Spice
some
plus supplies.
windows.
Yeah, get some spice plays.
Yeah.
Right.
2 spice.
Oh no!
Yeah, we're coming to get you, girl.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
They're approaching with malintent.
I'm a die.
Prolong eye contact.
Oh dear.
Prolonged eye contact.
Nice.
Make your way
But,
down
yeah.
the main road, going back into the city. The gates are opened up, allows you in. Make your way through the central ward, back to the Raven and the Wolf Tavern. Or Pearl goes to the Raven and the Wolf Tavern, while the rest go back down to the Mercantile Ward. Correct?
Milton, were you well, Pearl would go back to check on Spice, and I don't know, Milton, if you want to come with her to go check on Spice, or
I mean, yeah, you said she was sick.
okay, yeah. So Pearl and Milton are gonna go check on Spice.
Okay.
Pearl's gonna knock on the door. Are you decent, hun?
No.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Okay. I have Milton with me. We're gonna come in, okay?
Okay.
We walk in.
Spice is gonna be sitting on the bed, like, look, she's still not 100%, but she's, she has her shoes on. I was just about to head down to get some food.
Okay. Well, we'll go do that, and then we took up a job to go hunt a tread elf for the Hunters Guild. So that's gonna be our next mission, and we get 50 gold each. So we were gonna do some shopping after we get you, and you eat a little bit for some supplies, and she gets really excited, and then there's a religious temple that has a deity for the crow, which is what I follow. So I want to go check that out before the day ends, after our shopping.
Yes. Yes.
So,
yes.
All right.
Ooh, new art concepts. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
She's gonna grab some paper and put them in her bag. Put it on her backpack. Be like, 50 gold, money, food, go.
Didn't we deal with the job that we were paid for first before we go sightseeing?
Well, no, I mean we have.
You didn't get
It shouldn't
paid
take
yet,
too
to be
long.
fair.
We didn't get paid yet, and it shouldn't take it shouldn't take too long. I just want to go check it out, like a quick look see. But I'm not gonna spend the whole day looking at it. I just want to go see what's inside.
We could do a look-see now and then do
A
another
deeper,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
a deeper, more thorough investigation after the job.
All right.
Hmm. Oh,
Let's
right.
go.
All right, let's go, guys.
Yeah, Spice is gonna go downstairs and order a grilled cheese to go,
Do
or
you?
their equivalent, bread and cheese.
Get tea with lemon. That normally helps with sickness.
I want a grilled cheese.
You can okay. One you can eat, the other you drink. You can get both. Yes, you need food in your stomach, but you also need something to drink.
I already have my mom in my head.
You really should drink some tea and lemon. He's a smart man.
I already have the doctor right there. She says one out loud, one in her head.
Nice.
But I guess she'll take out a thermos and order some tea with lemon to be put in her thermos, if there's a equivalent, so she can take some tea to go.
Of course. It takes a little bit of rooting around to find a fresh lemon, but tea and lemon and a equivalent of a fried breaded sandwich, like a cheap little cloth, something to wrap it around. So not only does your hands get too greasy, but also you can kind of eat and go.
Perfection. This is why you are the best tavern in town.
She happily nods.
And Spice will quietly follow the two lovebirds out of the room, out of the tavern.
Of course. As you make your way out, you take just a very brief detour over to uh, the uh, the religious ward. There's a clear, almost like a little fencing around, tall wrought iron, old sort of fence that kind of separates the base of the hill and the religious ward from the rest of the central ward. Though the opening or the main road that goes through the gate itself, the gates are wide open. There are a couple of other guardians standing watch. They just kind of as you approach, they kind of just see, acknowledge, and kind of nod, and they let you pass. Uh, this stretch of road going into the religious ward, you can see it kind of wind up the side of this hill and end at that tall, ancient stone stone statue of the first Volk, looking over the rest of a Ravenhold. On closer to the entrance, you do see it's very much like the structure of it is very different than all the other structures here. Uh, if you can think of if you imagine like one of those like really small, almost like a Baptist rural sort of churches, is it where the whole building is just like one room. Yeah, standing a little tall, but it might be just the way it's built. It gives the impression of being tall while still being fairly small.
All but small.
You can tell by the iconography that this is a small temple devoted to the revered duality of the mother of chaos and the father of order. As you walk by, the doors open, and you see that there is a small group of worshippers inside. Some of them look, a couple of them look like they haven't, like lived here for very long. Definitely from outside of the region. Well, there are a few others that do look like they're native Ravenholders inside. But standing structurally different are the rest of the or the rest of the shrines to the primordial faith. Each building having a very decorated words. It is each shrine is an open air shrine, like a few pillars and maybe one back wall, but each shrine is decorated and represented in different ways, while still keeping a cohesive theme. You see one for the primordial whale, and it's this very large wooden sculpture of. It doesn't look like a normal whale. It looks like whale with 2 fins, 4 sets of eyes, maybe a second mouth. Next to it is the shrine to the primordial wolf. Though again, it looks like it's a wolf with 6 legs instead of 4. No ears, and almost a almost a sleek back sort of face and like facial look. One by one, you see the different primordial animals. You see the falcon, you see the bear. You also see the crow.
Pearl's gonna start walking inside of the shrine.
As you kind of walk in, again, it's an open air shrine. The roof in the back of it kind of slopes downwards to keep it, covered from the elements. The statue of the crow itself raises high in this shrine. 2 sets of wings folding out almost when you're standing in the middle of the shrine, giving you a sense of almost it's like completely covering you. Its sharp beak pointed down. You feel something here. Go ahead, make a religion check for me.
Okay.
That you are now here in an important place of your faith.
Religion. 15.
15. Alright. You gain a point of inspiration as you feel the primordial crow regard you. Seeing
Pearl's
that you are far away from your home, but your faith is ever present.
Pearl's gonna go up to the head of, I guess, like where there would be offerings and stuff. She's going to open her plant book. She's going to pick out a dried flower that has the meaning of travel and freedom. And she's going to place it in, if there's a bowl for offering, she's going to place it in there after holding it to her chest and do a little prayer for 2 minutes, just kind of talking to the primordial, and I guess asking for good travels and just kind of grateful for finding her freedom in this primordial. And then she's going to place the flower in the bowl of the offering. And then look up at the statue, give it, acknowledge its presence back as she can feel it acknowledging her before going back to the other two.
All right. As you do
Spice has taken out kind of one of the papers and a pencil or writing stick and started doing a very rough sketch.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Just like a very basic, simple sketch.
Yeah, because we're planning on coming back, but enough that if like need to be able to reference it later, I can kind of draw out the outer shape is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, no check required. Have the equivalent of like a visual note. It'll work.
Yeah.
In these like few minutes that Pearl is doing her thing, what is Milton doing?
Just hanging out, waiting.
Okay.
Just waiting for them to get done. I know it sounds terrible.
That's fair. Pearl, before you leave, and that's like as you say your prayer and then look up, make a perception check for either make a perception check, or if you want to give me your passive perception, I'll let you choose.
Well, my passive is 16. I mean, I could roll and
I would say
I don't know.
It would be your choice.
I would say 16 then, because she's I don't think she's like actively like trying to look around. So I would say this is more like if something pops up, it would be like her passive perception would pick it up.
Okay. Yeah. As you do this, make your prayer. You look up at the head, the primordial crow. It's not the statue. It's not the representation of the primordial crow that starts to catch your attention before you step away. It's on the underside of the ceiling itself. It's around the edges, around the corners. And I'll say, being familiar with the primordial faith, even if you do just follow one of the primordial animals, you know that the world serpent is one of, if not the biggest faiths within the primordial faith. And you haven't seen a shrine for the world serpent yet until you look around on the ceiling in the corners where it's a little more dimly lit. And you can see carved into the wood, as intricate as everything else, a serpentine pattern. And as you turn around to, as you like turn around, kind of following the serpentine pattern on the corners, like almost on your way out, right above the passageway is the head of a serpent eating its own tail. and the way that it's set up, you almost feel like this sort of design might be present in the other shrines as well. It's almost as if the world serpent is connected to all of the other faiths as well. Hidden, not out and obvious, but present.
Interesting. She's just kind of gonna mumble that a little bit as she stares at the head of the snake. She'll pause to stare at it and just kind of like mumble under her breath, like, "Oh, that's interesting." And then she'll continue on after kind of staring at it for a second.
Can we hear you say that's interesting?
She would have said it in a soft voice, so maybe.
Can I do a perception check?
I would. Sure, if you want. 15? I would say that you would have overheard her voice say something, but you would not have like picked up the words.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that she was probably praying or something then.
Possible, yes.
So.
Yeah.
All right. They'll. Yeah, and then as they're finally walking out, she'll just kind of look at the shrine and just kind of mumble to herself again that she'll be back. She'll be back later for more thorough kind of looking around.
Put on sunglasses, say in a deep voice, "I'll be back." Well, while this is happening, as Jim and Victor are making their way down to the mercantile ward, where do you go first? What do you think you would be looking for? Probably something for Jim.
Well, Jim, you heard the huntress. No guns.
Oh god.
You know how to use a bow?
Of course. Back in my day, I remember making a bow out of the antlers of a deer. You don't know
Oh,
what those are.
no, we have deer around here.
Oh,
So you have hunted before. Why don't you
once or
speak up?
twice.
What was that?
Once or twice.
Oh, well, perfect.
I have to
Usually
hide
after
the.
usually
You
after
don't
strapping
understand.
a stick of dynamite on the end of an arrow.
Yeah.
Well,
Still
I
make me
suppose
go a
whatever
little
gets the
loud.
job done. Well, perfect. You could lead our little merry band. I know a little bit, but never took down something as big as a deer. Well, why don't we look around for is a bower? Place that sells bows.
Yeah. As you are looking around, you do see towards one end there is uh, you do see what looks like to be a smaller a smaller shop. Gentleman. Oh, yeah. A gentle. Stop moving. God damn. The hell? Oh well. Uh, it's like sitting down in front of the shop. Uh, looks like he's fletching arrows. Again, just making arrows. With a sign on the outside that does indicate that this is the place that you were looking for.
Oh, over there. I think we could probably get
Ah,
something over there.
wonderful. Let me put out this cigarette and then we'll go in.
Yeah.
Take one big puff, put it on the ground, stomp it out. Quickly
we
sizzles
waltz
against the
on in.
melting snow.
Through the door.
Oh, Jim's a litterer.
A little bit.
Terrible.
It's good for the crows. They love it.
Tasty
If-
filters.
If the turtles don't get to it first.
Yeah.
The ice turtles.
Ice turtles. They love cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, once one picks one up, it's hard for them to quit. As you approach the door, the gentleman who's like fletching arrows looks up. Oh, hello there. Looking for some bows, some arrows? Come to the right shop.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Yes, we've got a contract from the Hunters Guild. Need to be armed.
Ooh, going hunting. Very
Yes.
good. Now the feast is scheduled to come up soon.
Yeah, in fact, it's we're helping them out with that.
Well.
We love feast.
He kind of brushes off the wood shavings off his off this apron, kind of unties it, kind of puts everything off to the side. Oh, come in, come in. If you're going after some animals, we need to get you set up with some good proper equipment. You see, this gentleman is actually pretty well dressed. For being a shopkeep, you see a very distinctive feature. His nose is rather bright red and a bit more bulbous than than average here, but has a very wide, happy smile. Opens up the door and beckons you inside.
Does he have like an accent that would indicate that he's not like originally from Ravenhold?
No, I would say the accent that he has sounds very local.
Okay.
Accents can be difficult, so I've been just kind of doing
Yeah,
generic
no.
NPC. But yeah, most of the people that you've met do seem to be from here.
Okay. Yes, so we're looking for a tread elk.
He stops, looks. Oh, you're hunting a tread elk.
Shrek elk. Yes.
It's an elk that demands that you get out of its swamp. Out of its swamp.
Yeah.
It's weird to come across one this far north.
Usually in the swamps.
Frozen swamps.
Exactly. Well, let's see what we can get to you.
Please show us your wares.
Never.
Oh,
Oops, sorry.
I didn't use the window this time.
As he beckons you through the door, you do see Victor kind of steps in ahead of you, but there is a perfectly nice window next to the door.
Yes. Do I need to roll just in case I want to jump into it?
If you
What would I
want,
roll?
would it be probably a wisdom check to like try to convince yourself not to
Yeah.
jump through it?
Would it be just a wisdom?
If you want to make
Or
it a
wisdom
saving
save?
throw,
It doesn't really matter.
if the check is the same or the modifier,
Okay, we're fine.
you
We've
repress the urge. All right.
Yeah, so we don't know a whole lot about this elk. Anything you recommend for larger games such as that?
Well, as just so it happens, I do have a small bundle of magical arrows that may help you with that.
Magical
Oh.
arrows.
I only got 10, but they are sold in bundles.
Okay.
Okay. And could we also get a couple bows to go along with them?
Of course, of course. However, I will have to say that all my bows are rather mundane, but they'll do the job, however you need fit. We do have... Sorry. We got a regular bow, we have a long bow, have a... anything in mud. Sorry, give me a moment.
Okay.
Need to look for the proper prices of such things. All right, so a short bow. Oh my. Okay, a short bow is 25 gold or gilt, while a long bow is 50 gilt. A a uh, a normal non-magical a single non-magical arrow is 5 chips, while a bundle of 20 non-magical arrows is just 1 gilt. A rudimentary little quiver is provided if you do not have one. And a bundle of +1 arrows. These are magical +1 arrows. You get +1 to both your attack and your damage. Is I have lost the prices for magical items.
They're all free.
Not quite. Sorry.
Everything's free.
If it doesn't have a tag, it must be free, right?
Well, I've worked in retail. That's how it works.
Yeah, me too.
You are struck down from lightning by
Oh.
lightning where you stand. You awake in a retail hell. One of
I
the
believe in the if you have to ask, you can't afford it ruling.
You're also struck down.
Well, Jim, any of these tickle your fancy?
I am quite tickled. I would love some magical arrows. How much are they?
I am practically trying to find that. Hold on.
Additionally, how many bows
I'm
do you
just
have for offering?
imagining. I'm just imagining the storekeep like lost their price catalog.
Yeah. Like I know it's here. Give me just a moment. Trust me, we got this.
Well,
All right.
in the
So
meantime. Oh, anyways.
Meanwhile,
so what? So yeah, bundle. Ooh, the bundle is going to be about 200 gold or gilt.
Ooh,
Oh,
breaking my bank.
Oh, these are. You gotta picks one up. And it looks like, at very first glance, it looks like a normal arrow. But as he kind of moves it around, you see the tip of the arrow uh, is actually made of a very uh, it's an obsidian-like tip on the arrow. Looks like it's been kind of etched with some runes. The feathers at the very end, ooh, excuse me, look like to be of a different, higher quality than any of the other feathers used in other arrows. Well, these are hard to come by because they're hard to make. Which comes with the price, but hard to get anything better than this.
How much are your bows?
Well, short bow. It's going to be about 25 gilt. If you want something small, compact, and easy to move around. But if you want something a little more harder hitting, a longbow is 50 gold, or gilt.
Right. I will take a longbow.
Alright. Longbows do 1d8 piercing, along with your dexterity modifier. It's heavy and two-handed. Disco, what the hell? Disco heard the door open and went running to my door to meet parents and took my blanket with him.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah. It is also a martial ranged weapon. Are you proficient in such items?
Uh,
Do you want me to double check if rogues are proficient in longbows?
Ooh, they might not be.
they might not be. Uh-oh.
we're using what 2024 rules?
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me pull out my book.
Whip it out.
Rogue, 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 warlock, assassin, rogue. Okay. Let's see here. Weapon proficiency. Simple weapons and martial weapons that have the finesse or light property.
So it might be a bit hefty for him.
Yeah, you might need to get a short bow.
Alright, a short bow, sir.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So, short bow, while only being 25 gilt, is a simple ranged weapon. Does not require as much strength and pulling it back and all that good stuff. Also, if you have short bow mastery, you also get the Vex property, which I think you're familiar with it with your sidearm. And you, short bow for purchase. Would you also like some arrows? Were you interested in the magical arrows?
Magical arrows are quite a lot. Like 200?
Yes, 200 for a bundle of 10.
That's worth it for 10 of them. I'll take it.
No, it's very good, very good. If you do happen to take down the Tread Elk, be sure to let them, let anyone and everyone who asks you that Stigander helped you out.
Stigander,
Stigander,
you
yes.
say. Alright, Stigander.
Quality
You got
bows.
your deal. I hope so.
Kind of gives you a shake. Right.
He's shaking me, like, by the elbows?
By the waist.
Oh. Ooh.
It's not weird. It's cultural.
I'll show you cultural.
Whoa. All right. Trying to find. Okay. And you, good sir, what would you like? Or are you also interested in purchasing a bow and some arrows?
Might be a little too rich for my purse. But, nah, I'll be alright.
Understood, understood. Well, hope to see you again, and maybe I'll see you at the feast hall.
Hopefully. Then we'll bring back your main course.
Oh. I and everyone else here at Ravenhold will be looking forward to it. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Say with that, as you begin to make your way out, and probably start walking down the main street of the Mercantile Ward. I would say probably about the time that Pearl, Spice, and Milton reconvene, looking for you.
What'd you guys find? Anything good?
Well, there's a bower down the street if any of you guys want to pick up some bows. I do also know a good furs and trade or a fur trader down the way. If you guys need cloaks or anything to handle the cold a little bit better.
Probably. I already have a crossbow and some bolts, but I could use with a fur pelt to keep me a little bit warmer.
What's the weather like where I'm from?
Where you're from, I would say it's a little more temperate. You still have the extremes between let me double check. Yeah, you still get the extremes of the hot season, the frost season. Of course, like everywhere else here in the Pale, have to worry about the monsoon seasons as well, the stormy season. But it's yeah, I would say it's fairly temperate. While here it's definitely a lot more chiller, a lot colder.
Then yeah, I'm gonna agree. Like, yeah, I think we should. I want to get a nice coat or a cloak, like he has, because that's a nice cloak.
Yeah. already have a crossbow, so I don't need to get, I think, any weapon stuff.
I don't really do weapons. I just make things go boom.
Probably good to have maybe something more silent.
So, Spice, they told us to avoid using anything loud, as it might
Yeah.
either spook the creatures or cause an avalanche.
Spice is just gonna look at her hands.
Chaos. Chaos. Chaos.
So, tell me why a hand crossbow costs more than a light crossbow.
The compactness of it, the way the bow and I don't know the specific terms, but it's like it requires a lot more like precision engineering to make something small enough to be held with one hand. Takes more expertise, I would say, to craft a small hand crossbow than it is a normal sized one.
Well, phooey. I'm useless.
Well, I mean, if majority of us have silent weapons and we do find it and we, do start hunting it and getting it, I mean, you could do your Eldritch Blast because then by then the gig will be up, it knows it's being hunted. But probably not
And
start off.
I have a few other spells I've been wanting to try out. That
Okay.
she's gonna make like little claw marks with her hands. Like it might cause me to get. I might need to get a little bit more up and close, but I can try to sneak up. And I also. Here's the question: how morally gray is it to speak with animals with the animal you're trying to hunt?
Oh, I was gonna.
Jeez.
I have a spell that would, befriend animals. I mean, it's if you think of it this way, it's just a job. It's a job. Um,
Yeah, so
just
we
think of
can.
it as a
Fucked up.
job. It's
Yeah.
Imagine being friends with your chipmunk and then killing it.
Shush! Don't make me sad.
But no, and if it starts running, I can change into a warhorse and somebody get on my back and get really up close to it. So that was the plan. If it starts to flee, someone gets on my back and I change into a warhorse.
I can also
Right.
misty step.
Ooh.
Probably good to get the legs first, that way it can't run. We should go get the pelts. Something
Yeah.
warmer.
Yeah, you guys do that. You go get the pelt. I'm going to probably look into buying a bow.
Okay.
Victor,
Let's go.
Victor, show us where you got your cloak.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll show you the way.
I'll take Milton to the bow guy.
All right. Yeah. Victor, you're very easily able to, and it's not too far away. Again, you find Tove, the old woman who takes cares of the clothing shop. Anyone who is interested in one. It is only 2 gilt for either a cloak or a coat. Just some form of like warm weather or cold cold weather clothing, and if there are any checks that have to do with cold weather, you will be able to roll them roll them straight. Yeah, you will not have disadvantage.
Is there a cloak that she has that maybe has like clasp or something? Not necessarily like a coat, but like
Yeah, like a over the shoulder like cloak with like a little
yeah,
metal
but
clasp or something.
yeah, but like, it has clasp going down to close it if she needs to.
Sure.
Okay. You said 2 gold?
Yes.
Okay.
Milton, I'm ditching you for the cloak person.
All right. I don't need a cloak. So,
Goodbye.
Do they have any like dress coats? Like coats that are dresses?
Prob. You know what? With someone of your size, she could probably like mend one a little bit to function as one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like a little short like cloak to go over it. She's gonna bundle up double time.
Perfect. Little small
Would that
creature
be
like you.
4 gold for both?
I'll say like the outfit, like whatever it is, it's just 2 gold.
Okay.
It's fine.
And do they have any hats?
They do have like some fur hats.
I'm gonna get a fur hat.
I'd say that's, you know, all together, just the two gilt. However you want like the cold weather outfit to look like.
Yay.
I'll tell you what. You were so generous with me earlier. I'll cover your cost.
What? Oof. No, no, you're making money with us. Don't leave.
Oh no. Don't like to leave debts unpaid.
Gentlemen.
Okay. Thank you.
You should be nice and warm with all that.
Yeah, it's one of my first time. Like, it was cold and chilly where I'm from, but like, this is insane.
Oh, I know.
People actually live here willingly.
If you think
Yeah,
this
they're
is
hardy
bad,
folk up here.
if you think this is bad, try going up to the taiga shelves.
Hmm.
It's like on the border of where the laws of physics begin to break down.
Is
I
that where
mean,
Santa lives?
yes, Santa.
Um, is there any snow
And
on the ground?
It's very light. It's like there are some like shadier patches that has like a little bit of snow, but with the sun finally coming out here in the bloom season, it's beginning to like thaw out, and the roads are being a little more muddy. So it's there is like some snow on the ground, but it's not like heavy blankets.
Can I get some boots then?
Sure.
Yay.
Pearl also probably get like some like fur insulation she can put in her shoes or something, and some gloves to cover her fingers.
Some nice leather gloves.
Yeah.
I'd say as a group, you all you know, get whatever clothing you need, any cold weather outfits. Milton, you can go ahead and do any quick little bow shopping as you so need. If you had anything particular in mind.
well, I know what I would like, but that's different from what I can afford. um, I'll pick a short bow and how much are 10 arrows? Just to kind of cover in case of oopsies.
Ah, only if you just want 10 arrows, that'll be I think 5 state or silver.
Okay. Uh, okay, so yeah, I'm just give him 26 gold and tell him to keep the change.
I like he'll give you a full quiver of 20 arrows for the gold.
Oh yeah, nope, that'll work too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a bundle for 1 gilt is 20 arrows. Yeah.
And where the others are for reasons.
Wait, what?
I gotta go meet up with the others.
Oh, yeah. I'd say with the Mercantile District, it's easy enough for all of you to reconvene. I think you are still quiet, and I keep bumping you up, and it's not
I'm sorry.
working.
I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah,
I think you're whispering. A little bit.
yeah. It'll be all right. I think we're still functional, but
Yeah, no, I'd buy that.
yeah.
I am naturally quiet, but that's just me.
The
Because I was looking at to add my bow and all that shit, but we'll add that in a little bit.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I want to meet up with the others or with the. I keep thinking that there's a general store around there for like mountaineering stuff.
I'll say they're just mountaineering in general, or are you looking for a specific item?
I'm looking for mountaineering glasses, which are basically to, help with snow blindness.
Okay.
You know, those fancy sunglasses with the side shields?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. Hmm. The closest thing might be goggles.
Goggles work too.
Right. I'm trying to think. Like, where would you get something like this here? Hmm. I'll say you are able to find something like a more of a general store. Hmm. You come across. Actually, you know what? Okay, it would be difficult to try to find something like this in this region. They don't typically wear or use goggles in this region, but I'll say it's not impossible. Make an investigation check, like trying to find one. I'll say if you are able to hit 15 or higher. 18, yeah. All right. You are able to find what looks like to be a pair of goggles. Probably once used by a
Old
black.
military surplus. I get it.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's a good point. You might have found like uh, a small general store, like a small corner of it is kind of filled with, yeah, tools and things that were basically remnants of the war from about like 10 years ago. Uh, Sometimes people go out scavenging those old those old battle sites, bringing back things that could be useful. Uh, they're the general attitude towards stuff like that is that they are a little more traditionalist. But of course, if something is just useful, someone who might need it and find good use for it would probably not turn down a little gadget or something. So yeah, you are able to find like some old, slightly tinted, like military goggles. Uh, since like it's been here for who knows how long, the shopkeep says, yeah, uh, you know, easily take it off their hands for just a gilt. And I'll say, wearing these goggles will give you advantage on anything that attempts to blind you.
Deal.
It'll be very contextual. If something is trying to magically blind you, That might be a different story, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But all right, okay, I'm gonna take them and bid them good day and meet up with the others.
Yeah. As you kind of look them over, you see kind of stenciled on the side of it. Make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna laugh for a brief moment, but I want to see where you're going with this because my other side is just you said intelligence save,
Now, not a save, just a check, just a general check.
just a general ability check.
Yes.
An 8.
You are familiar that this is a language in the that is primarily spoke in Trustan, but you don't know what exactly the words themselves say.
Okay, good. That makes a lot better because at first I thought you were saying they were mine, and I was about to go, well, great.
Oh hey, so many reunions after all this time.
It's like I knew I put these down somewhere. I didn't even have to pay for these. Man, I got ripped off.
All right. Well, is there any other items, any other shopping that people might be interested in?
Can I?
Um,
What animal are we going after?
it's a tread elk. Which can I see if there's a elk call? Like, you know how if hunting they have those like bits that make elk noises? Could I see if I could find something that would make a elk like noise?
Sure. I'll say maybe in the same little. Well, wouldn't really know exactly where you would find it. Maybe general, maybe more of a hunting. Maybe in the same place. Maybe with the bower. Maybe had like a small hunting section. Uh, Go ahead and make an investigation check to look for a specific item like that.
Six.
I'd say looking around and asking about them. There's not really a tool like an elk call that they use here. You
Okay.
kind of get the information that the hunters might just manually like try to make a call using their own hands than using a tool.
Okay.
Um,
And
Ask the shopkeep if they ever like make anything out of that animal. Like, do they get a lot of those in the sand area, or are they rare?
Specifically talking about a tread elk, they're told that they only hunt one every year, and it is part of an old tradition that when the bloom season begins, that it is a cause of festivities, and that it is believed that it is the primordial animals that essentially gift Ravenhold with a tread elk. Though the hunters obviously have to prove their worth to hunt it down.
when Pearl was talking to the hunter, she would have asked, like, what does this creature look like specific details of, like, what they look like other than, an elk. If there's something more specific to pinpoint.
You are told that they, generally look like a normal elk, but much bigger.
Okay.
In D&D terms, so elks would be a large creature. A tread elk would be huge.
Okay.
Like 3x3 squares. They're tall. Okay. Their fur is striped. in a gray and white pattern that would help, like its body, like kind of blend in with the forest, but its antlers, grow like a very particular what's the word? Grow like a very particular, almost like a crystalline structure on the antlers that reflect light.
Okay.
That is used to help blind its prey, or not its prey, its whatever's trying to hunt it.
Okay.
That's a very good point of asking, like, what the hell you're actually coming up against.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's definitely a you'll know it when you see it sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, anything else? All right. Uh, all set up. You got your cold weather clothes and anything that you feel pretty confident that will keep you warm while you're trekking out into the wilderness. It is just before noon. You still have quite a few hours to do whatever you need to do. Do you all wish to go hunting for the evening, or do you want to wait until tomorrow?
It might be better to do it in the morning rather than trying to do it at night.
If,
Unless
but
you
what
guys want to
happens
try.
if someone? I mean, what happens if someone else gets it before us?
That's true.
Mm.
And also, if we can catch it while it's asleep.
It's
Let's
not sleeping.
see.
I'll
Well,
say with the map, unless you get properly lost, uh, with the map, you're confident that you'll be able to get to the hunting while the sun is still up.
I was
Okay.
just about to ask that.
Yeah. Since you are
Okay.
told like almost exactly like where it's meant to be, you feel like that helps cut down a lot of the hunting time.
All right. So we go off and do it in the evening then. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm all set.
Worst comes to
Uh,
worst, I have night vision, so it's fine.
Victor, do you have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
I do,
Who-
because I'm blind.
I do have a spell that says dark vision. I can give a creature dark vision up to 150 feet.
Mm.
The only person who needs it stares at Milton.
Milton, darling, come here. Let's see.
Come hither.
It's a
Well, you don't need it right
concentration.
now because it's still daytime.
See how if it's concentration spell.
Hopefully, we can get this thing taken care of before at nightfall.
Yeah. It does last 8 hours.
Dark vision?
Yeah, the spell dark vision.
I'd rather
Hmm.
save it till we absolutely need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Oh, God, stop.
Besides, how much damage does a short bow do, anyways?
I think it's a D6 plus your, dexterity. Short bow is D6 piercing.
Oh, cool. It's not concentration. Nice.
All right. You all get yourselves set up, arrowed up, bowed up, and ready. You make your way out of Ravenhold, the sun still high in the sky, plenty of hours to do what you need done. Whoever is leading this little hunting party, go ahead and make a survival check with advantage, since you also have a map.
Let me see. I have. Oh, I only have a +4 in survival, but my nature and perception are both +6.
Jeez.
So, does somebody have a higher survival other than have more than like a +4 to survival?
No.
Um,
For some reason, I'm proficient with it, but I only have a +2.
I also have a +2.
I have a
Vivi-
+4.
Isn't there a rule if you are proficient with a skill and using tools relative to it that you're proficient with, you get like an extra bonus?
Hello, Disco. I know in the 14 rules, I was doing a bit of a Disco. For heck's sake. Caught myself. I think like with a proficient skill and a proficient tool proficiency, like I gave you advantage.
Oh, okay.
But I think I know using a map in the new rules specifically does say, oh no wait, if you consult an accurate map, which you have, you get a +5 bonus to Wisdom survival checks to
Okay.
find your way in the place represented in it. Okay, so if you have the map, it'll be +5.
Because I do have proficiency with navigator's tools. I don't know if that's...
Let me look up Navigator's tools real quick.
Yeah.
Disco.
I was trying to look them up, and
Oh, that's...
Disco.
Yeah, he is straight up putting his snoot in my face.
I can hear it.
Yeah. Plot of course, DC 10.
You little man.
Oh, no, yeah. If you have proficiency with a tool, add your proficiency bonus to any ability check you have that uses the tool. If you have proficiency in a skill that's used with that check, you have advantage on the check too. So I would say between your navigator's tool proficiency and were you proficient in survival?
yes.
Okay. I would say you would make this survival check with a +5 with advantage.
Okay.
Since you can definitely... you're trained in navigating in nature. Making sure you know where you are. And with an accurate map, that helps quite a bit.
Alright. Well, if it's good with y'all, I could make the roll.
Yeah. Go for it.
18 plus 5.
23.
23. You are quickly and very sufficiently and efficiently able to move quietly, swiftly, following the path laid out by the map. You think you even shaved off maybe half an hour to an hour from from what you were expecting. Getting deeper into the wilderness and farther away from the coastline, the snow does get a little thicker. It's a little heavier. At one point, however, you do come across, unexpectedly, a very strange, almost column of ice in the middle of the woods. If anyone is interested, go ahead and make a nature check.
Oh yeah. I'll make one.
I'll make one.
Shouldn't we also be doing like stealth?
Oh, I have. Ooh, nature. I got 19. I also I would put up pass without trace. when we start getting closer
Yeah.
to the location of the animal. So that would be up for an hour.
Okay, yeah, I would say you might not feel the need to be stealthy until you get closer,
Yeah.
which is be all right.
Yeah, and that's why when we get closer, Pearl's gonna do pass without trace, and it's a +10 to stealth,
All right.
as long as you guys are within 30 feet of her.
Yee. But first for the nature check, as you get closer, it seems like it's the outside of it seems a little smooth, like it's been melting for a little bit. Milton and Pearl, you're a little more familiar of what this strange, like pillar of ice in the middle of the woods might be. It's rare in this region, but not unheard of. Sometimes during the monsoon season, when the storms are the worst, a particular sort of Arctic front can get pushed from the north down to Slate Shore. And a very unusual weathered pattern can occur. Something happens high in the atmosphere. But one of the reasons why higher up north, a lot of settlements are built underground in the side of mountains. It's a weather phenomenon known as icefall,
Oh.
or it's something collects and crystallizes, and these large crystalline ice spears essentially form up high in the sky, fall down to the ground, and there's not much you can do about it, because if it falls on anything, it is almost guaranteed to be destroyed. Because as you get closer to this ice pillar, you can see that it penetrated pretty deep into the ground. This one probably fell probably a couple months ago, and as it's beginning to melt.
Okay, where did it fall from?
The sky. It is a it is a very rare weather phenomenon that happens during the monsoon seasons.
Okay.
There are various like different explanations for it. Some say that one of the few surviving dragons, uh, like during the monsoon seasons, will rise up into the air, crafting these like ice spears and throw them down to the earth in revenge for its fallen brothers. Some say that maybe some sort of ice elemental travels around, dropping, crafting, fighting something else in the sky. And some of the more what's the word? Some of the more scientifically assumptions is that it is simply it's akin to hail, but on a much larger, more drastic scale. And some say it may even be tears of an angel crying over the death of those who perish during the monsoon seasons. Who can truly say? But as you begin to make your way closer to the purported area, Jim's already done his check. If everyone else would like to do your also your stealth check, and if you're
Well,
If she's
pass without-
doing pass without a
pass
trace,
without a
then
trace,
there's
so
like 10 added.
right,
Yeah, so Pat
that's
plus
yeah, I was
10,
getting
so
into
Jim's a 19.
that. And
Let me do
18
mine.
Oh.
Jim would be a 19,
and a 15.
and 15. I gotta do mine, and then Victor is a 26. Jeez.
Well,
No, I have disadvantage, so it's
Oh, well,
19.
no, but it's okay.
but yeah, you're wearing your armor.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clink,
19
clink,
is
clink,
good.
clink.
So Spice is a 18, and then mine's a 22.
All right. So even with the lowest being a 15, unless there is a reason why you have advantage,
No.
Ooh.
Your tail all puffed up.
Milton.
Because you love us and we're fantastic players and you think we deserve advantage.
I mean, do you want me to use my heroic inspiration?
No, not for this.
15. Yeah.
Well, no, see,
15
you don't
is good.
understand. Anytime I take a long rest, I get it back.
I know, but we might need it later today.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
It's fine.
And plus mine's an 18, so not much better.
Well, that being said, and if I could have one person taking a lookout, trying to hunt for this animal.
Who has the best perception?
I
Probably
have a
Carl.
16 passive. I can roll perception, but my passive is 16.
All right. Do you want to choose your passive?
Where is our passive on the new?
It's on the right-hand side, underneath the senses.
Okay, thank you.
You do that? Alright, I'm gonna roll perception. Maybe
Alright.
I'll roll good. Please roll
Maybe.
good.
Nat 1.
I got a 10, but I have inspiration.
Hey, if you want to use it,
Yeah, let's use it. Do I just hit inspiration, or do I just re-roll, or what do I do?
go ahead, click inspiration just to like mark off that you used it, and then just roll perception again.
Okay. Ooh, 25.
Whoa. There we go.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
You're not blind.
No, she lived in the woods.
Oh, there's a D4. Is that guidance?
Oh yeah, I
don't-
think so.
No. I
Yeah,
don't
if you go
know.
over details.
It says wisdom, proficiency. Yes, it gave you default
Oh.
guidance.
I think it's because my wisdom, remember, Viv, we looked it up, it was like, what, an 18 or something when it get to a certain point. Like, it was adding my wisdom to stuff.
But in the breakdown, it gave you guidance.
Oh,
Yeah.
why did it give me guidance then? Is it because the wisdom is 18? I know I got some.
No.
bonus because of that.
Guidance is your cantrip.
Oh.
On your sheet, there might be a little check mark that will
Oh.
automatically like adding guidance to your rolls.
Well, I am proficient in perception. Like, it is
No,
like,
yeah,
filled
and
in.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, it is adding your proficiency because you're
But
proficient
it is
with.
also adding guidance. Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know then.
Maybe there's like a button to press to toggle it off.
That's what
Maybe.
I'm looking at since I also have guidance, but I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Wisdom bonus +4. Proficiency +2. No, I don't know.
So on your sheet, in the middle, when you have the little combat tab clicked on, it has like all your attacks and everything. If you scroll down to where it says mastery name and effect name,
I see.
you can untoggle that, and it shouldn't automatically add that D4.
I wonder if it's because of the new 2024 guidance thing. Okay, well, so -3, so that would just be 22 then.
Oh no, yeah, that's still perfectly fine. As you
But glad we figured that out for
future,
what was causing it.
As you begin making your way, you do see it first. And fortunately, because of its antlers, it's not too difficult to miss. With that being said... Because you do see it first, I will move this. We'll get this, like, your tokens down first, and then we'll call it for the night.
So you want us to do our initiative roll?
You don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want.
And
I wouldn't mind.
Just to be
I'd
safe,
want to.
Granted, yes, we get the surprise attack against it, but I'd rather that way we can just jump straight into it.
Yeah. All right. So.
As soon as Pearl would, if she sees it first, she's gonna let the other group know. Like, she's gonna put a finger up to her mouth, but she's going to like then point to the direction of where she sees it.
All right. If you want to place your tokens anywhere near, anywhere near the southern edge of the map, I gotta rearrange this. There we go.
That's a huge token.
Yeah, that is by definition huge. You are correct.
It's like 6 of me.
I would say you're more southern end, so I'm going to say down here. Basically, anywhere on the map from Spice's like location down.
Trying to put mine on here. It's not letting me. I think you might just have to do it. I was trying to drag my image over.
I was just gonna let Viv do it because I can never do it right.
Weird.
Because I can't move it.
Hold on. Let me get you all down.
See, I'm just the best because I can do it.
Yeah, Victor was able to do it too.
This is why I'm Vivi's favorite.
Wait a minute.
Why can't I? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna roll my initiative.
I mean, Vivi has said Spice is her favorite PC that she's ever played with.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it now? Like, when we spot, like, what time is it in the day?
I'd say you don't know the specific hour, but it is a little more into the evening. The sun is still up. You still have plenty of light.
What that figures. Even with...
Yeah, it happens. Let's go ahead and roll for...
Okay, we just need to let Spice roll.
Tread ale.
Yep, I'm trying. I keep clicking on the wrong thing.
Oh.
Because I can't see. Where is it on here?
It is on your sheet. It's near the top. It's right below the inspiration button.
Okay, the big red one.
Yes.
Oh, the Spice and Elk, same initiative.
Oh boy. Yeah, Jim. All right. Let's go ahead. the the poor elk is at the very bottom. So, yeah.
Beat the shit out of it.
Um,
Oh,
Dab
if
have
a
touch.
surprised, if a creature is caught unawares by the start of combat, that creature is surprised, which causes it to have disadvantage on its initiative roll. Okay, so,
Hey.
but it's already at the very bottom.
Yeah.
But it
It
could
could go
roll a 1.
below me.
It could. Nope. Oh, there are. Oh, I think it's automatically whispering rolls. No, but it's still showing me on the other. Well, it'll be fine. But yeah, you see. Again, yeah, you kind of get the description of it from earlier. Its fur is striped almost zebra pattern, but not quite. It's more full stripes going from top down. Seems to blend in with the trees pretty well, save for its shining antlers, which kind of hurts your eyes a little bit, even at this distance. But that being said, we can grab the combat next time.
Fight, fight, fight.
Hunt, 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 hunt.
Murder.
And you guys are going to be so surprised when this thing notices you and then stand ups on its two hind legs, beginning to
Oh,
speak in
God.
tongues.
Yes.
Let me guess, it's going to stand up and it's going to remove its hooves and there are going to be hands there.
Oh
And then
God,
just
no!
start
That backward.
skittering towards our direction. Just on its hind legs.
He begins walking towards you menacingly, like another set of antlers beginning to protrude out of its neck
Mm?
as the skin on its face begins to fall away, revealing a glowing skull. Now that'd be for later. I think
They're
this.
speaking in a language we can't comprehend, so we have to roll sanity throws.
Oh yes. Nah, I figured we would open up like the proper start of the campaign with something a little more mundane than Eldritch Horrors. Save those for later. But yeah, I hope this is good fun.
Oh, very much.
Me.
Uh, yeah, we'll pick this up next time we play. 1 week from now, another stream, another record. If we have any, does anyone have any closing comments for the day, for chat or me or for another player?
You did awesome, Vivi.
I feel like that was forced.
No, I'm just sick, so everything I say is being forced out of my mouth.
By the virus?
The virus of chat.
Yes.
Chat virus. All right. Well,
Famous last words.
famous last words. Go.
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
go home and sleep with my wife.
I don't know. I think I liked Victor's better. I think saying "oh no" is a lot more common. Common last words. All right. Well, this was fun. Go ahead, close it. I hope everyone has a nice evening. Is it Thursday yet? Oh no, wait, that's already taken. It's not even Thursday. Ah, shit. Oh fuck.
Is it Tuesday yet?
Is it Tuesday yet? Oh yeah,
I
and
do wish it was Thursday.
yeah. Oh, also, because I think I lost the recording for the other. It wasn't a game recording. It was when we just sat down and chatted. Because that is no longer out in the world. I just need to reiterate to the person who said that I was not cut out for D&D, up yours. Okay, bye!